Right, here we go. 10 taps, folks. You know the drill. Pink milk is a go. Right, what am I clicking? That's what I'm clicking now. I need to drag that over there. Drag that over there. Over there. Here we do it. Let's do this. Greetings and salutations, good folk of Terrainia. It's I, the Mel. It is 9 o'clock UK time, Sunday night. It can mean only one thing. It is time for the Sunday night. And I've got to say, right, what's it been? It's been a brilliant week. Right, terrain tutor-wise, it's brilliant. Been a brilliant week. Dad-wise, it's been naff. I've had my lad staying with me. He's decided what to call it. As his sort of A-levels are sort of calming down and he's got some time off now. He's spending some quality time at his dad's, which basically means he's bringing all his mates round. Yeah. He's 18, so he can have a bevy now. And they're all bringing the lurgy. I've had that many germs this week. It's been horrible. But on the terrain tutor-wise, it's been brilliant. Okay, as you guys following the channel will know, I put a terrain video out on Tuesday. I've got another one coming Tuesday, possibly Wednesday. There's resin involved, yeah, so I can't guarantee it on Tuesday, which is driving me nuts. Yeah, but that's the lurgy for you. But it's gone down really, really well. I mean, really well as a video when I look at my channel stats. And for me, that's brilliant. Okay, because it's not about, oh, it's great numbers. It's about it's still there. Yeah. You know, I've been trying to get back on this terrain thing, but in the back of my mind, as you know, as the channel slowly dwindled and that sort of stuff, I've been worried, is that people still interested? And yes, you are in force. So I'm keeping the ball rolling. Yeah. So I am on a massive high terrain wise. Now I've been trying to do videos for about a month and a half. And I've really been messing them around, screwing them up and that sort of stuff. Like, are we lagging? Right, give me a sec, let me have a look. Oh, I've got alerts. Right, why am I getting frame rate drops? Everything on the computer is fine. Don't do this to me. Not now. Come on, we had all this sorted. Create, go live. Let me check this out, folks. Stream health. Right, it says stream health is excellent. Right. Right, I think it was just a blip, guys. I'm not getting anything on YouTube. Yeah, I've had some warnings on what you call it, but they're cleared now, and everything says it's working okay. My computer just has done a bit of a large update, and I've got Task Manager running so I can keep it, and occasionally there is like a spike. In fact, there's quite a spike in CPU just a little while ago. Right, listen, if I do lag or anything like that, it's only temporary. Everything is set up, everything's working. I've just had a bit of a large Windows update, yeah, and I think we've just got a little bit of an issue with occasional little like background tasks and stuff like that. So guys, yeah, stick with me, yeah? Right, very quickly, the Google Doc is open. I'm going to need questions from you guys if we're going to need to, what you call it? I think you need some foam pads for the walls or door. Right, if we've got an echo, first thing. I'm sorry I'm not 100% on the ball on this. He's only just, what you call it, sort of disappeared and left me to it. Right, okay, we're looking good. I've been updating for 53 years, mate. Yeah. Very toilet echo. No, we're using the right mic. Perhaps I need to bring it closer. But no, on terrain-wise, we are doing brilliantly. Absolutely brilliantly. Now, what I've been working on is obviously the swamp set. We've done the battle map. Yeah, I've already done the other buildings and that sort of stuff. I've just got to go in. Monday, I've got to finish sealing the, what you call it, the all the flocking and that sort of stuff that are on the pieces. Right, we've got another frame rate drop. What's going on? I don't know. Right, saying people are, right. Tell me if you hear this as I tap this mic. You see, this is one of the issues that I've had. The issue being that Corbyn and his mates have basically, for the past couple of days, taken over my office. People are saying, yeah, it doesn't sound like the mic is on. Right, that's weird as hell, because it is. Right. It is that mic. Right, let me try the webcam mic. Right, that's the webcam mic. How does that sound? Hello, ugly. Hey, Vorpal. Right, people are saying it's coming in loud and clear. As long as you can hear me, that's fine. We'll just run with that. I'll just do some tests and watch it. I have a feeling that Corbyn, because he's been gaming on it and that sort of stuff, he's messed around with all my settings. Yeah, and so I am it. Right, throw that over there so I can keep an eye on that. Also, right, Slavan, thank you, buddy. But we normally get an announcement on screen when people make a donation, and we haven't had that either. Right. Right. Okay. I'm going to kill him. Right, just for YouTube. That's a joke. That's just parental dissipating fury. I'm not going to kill my son. I'll have strong words with him. I think that's the best way to do it. Right, we can stream. You can hear me. Let's just roll with it. If there's any donations, I'll shout them out. You know the drill. Right, now you come through. Right. We got any questions? Right, I've got no damn questions from you lot. So, first thing, yeah, this is turning into a calamity. So, the first thing, there's plenty of you watching. We've got tons of people watching. Yeah? Just give me something to talk about, will you? Yeah? The link's down below. You know what to do. Get me some terrain questions. What do you mean, no link? And use the previous, edit. Yes, there is. There's a link in the description. Are you not winding me up now? Have you decided now I'm back on the channel and things are going well? Well, we'll do the usual. There's no sound, Mel. You're buffering. Right. Mel's losing it. I'll tell you what, the next thing, yeah, it's going to be palm trees again. Right, I am going to crack on. Yeah, but it's down to you lot to submit me some questions. Yeah, in the meantime, I'll talk terrain. Now, as you know, we've got the swamp set. That's really good. I've got to go in, I've got to seal it, and then I've got to hope that that sealing dries, yeah, in time for me to do a resin pour before the end of the day, which is a bit iffy with Spode because it's cold. Yeah, if that works, then I can end the video, I can round the video up on Tuesday, finish the editing, get it out to you. If it doesn't, then I'm going to have to wait till the Tuesday to do the pour, and round the video up on the Wednesday and get it out to you on the Wednesday, which is driving me nuts. But the swamp set is pretty much done. Now, I've laid the pieces out. I've got 9 different pieces of swamp terrain that we've put together. Yeah, I've added another 6 to it this past week or so. But I've laid it out on the 6x4, and when I look at it, I don't know if it's me, yeah, or from a 40k point of view, it doesn't feel there's enough terrain. I'm sort of feeling like I need a few more pieces. But at the same time, I'm sort of torn with, right, I don't want this set to drag on. I want to complete this set, you know, because I want to get this set completed and move on. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to finish these pieces, yeah, and then I'm going to do a selective couple of more pieces, yeah, just to pad the set out, yeah. But what I'm going to do with them is, because as I've been building these pieces, we've covered the different we've covered the how I did the wire trees, we've covered how I made the buildings lean and that sort of stuff. We've covered how I did the battle mat. We've covered how I did the foamy, swampy rocks. What's this video covering? This video is covering how I'm painting all the buildings and how I'm doing the resin swamp effects and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, so we've covered all the different sort of techniques, but I'll be honest with you guys, because those videos, Martin's saying get a space heater for the studio. Oh, mate, I've got heaters for the studio, but the studio electric bills are ridiculous. Yeah, it works out a month. Yeah, that the way, right. I don't want to get derailed, but basically, yeah, within my studio rent, I have an allowance, yeah, for electric. Yeah, so it's basically, you know, my normal electric use is pretty much covered in my rent. Yeah, but we have like a communal area, yeah, in the studios. That's lit and has all those sort of things. And there's like kitchens and sinks with hot water, and there's, you know, a bathroom, and, you know, it's got a shower in it. And previously, the costs for the electricity costs for that were factored into our rent. But after the pandemic and the commercial electric costs went through the roof, because the studios are operated by a charity, they had to actually make that a separate bill. And currently, yeah, the bill for for the common area, our shared bill between all 43 studio holders, I'm paying more for that in the electric, yeah, a month on top of my normal rent than I'm paying in rent. Yeah, so the idea of a space heater or having massive amounts of heat in my studio, just, oh, mate, I just can't, you know what I mean? So I'm looking more forward to when it warms up a bit. So the basic way I'm running the heating in the studio right now is I have a really, really economical oil heater, and it's on a smart plug, and I switch it on an hour before I go in. And then if I've got stuff I need to dry, yeah, I use my app and I switch it on for selective periods after I've left the studio, just to keep it topped up a bit. Right, but on the terrain count, so I've done videos on all the different sort of little elements that have been going on, but as you know, I've been struggling mentally. You know, they're not my best videos if I look back, and if I look back to the stuff I'm doing right now, yeah, they're not my best videos, and there's lots of stuff I've sort of figured out and sort of got back into the groove. Yeah, so what I've decided I'm going to do is, let me wet my whistle. So what I've decided to do is, once I've completed these pieces, I'm going to do another set of just 4 or 5 pieces, something that's very quick for me to put together and finish. Yeah, so we can finish this set. Yeah, but they're going to be basically a selection of all the different pieces and have all the different elements on. Now I've figured out all the elements. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do them in one go over a week. Yeah, and I'm going to film it as one video. I'm going to do one of my sort of comprehensive guides, like a back to basics sort of video. I don't know, I think it'll be go in the swamp video sort of playlist. Yeah, in the water playlist. But what I'm going to do is just go through, nail absolutely everything, and produce a really good video to finish it off. So, from my point of view and the terrain wise, it's really good. Now, here's something I need your sort of help with. Right, I'm getting back on the channel. I'm trying to sort of get the channel going again. Once this set is done, I need to sort of use it as a bit of marketing, before I sort of use it to sort of move on and something else I've got an idea for. So what I'd like to do is to get it play tested, and I figure best thing to do would get it play tested by people who actually know 40k, so I could do, and I'm not up to speed with who the YouTubers are nowadays within playing 40k. I barely know who the crafting ones are now. There's so many new ones. So can you guys give me any recommendations for some decent sized YouTube channels? Someone in the UK who does 40k battle reports that I could take this set to, and they could do a couple of battle reports on it, and sort of say, this was made by the Terrain Tutor, go check out his channel. And I can sort of get play tested. Now I'm being absolutely open and honest about the business side of this to try, because I figure that's the best way of doing it. So, hey, cat. I've been rambling too much. Hope you're well. Right, so, if anyone's got any suggestions, let's hear them in the What You Call It. Dave, What You Call It used to having the pop-up in the chat. I need to get that doing. We've got Discord. I am all over the place. Dave, I need to drop you a line so we can have a chat, mate. I've just been all over the place with Corbin. Midwinter Minis. Is Winter still going? Tabletop Tactic. I haven't got Willow here. Right, where's my Google Keep? Let me open my notes. Right, I'm going to do define decent sized. Anyone would say over 40k. Right, I'm going to get into the comments. I just want to get these names. Midwinter Minis. Can I copy and paste that? So, Midwinter Minis. Tabletop Tactics. I think what I'll do is my choice will probably not be more based on the subscriber count, but where they are in the UK. Does Bill Making Stuff do do battle reports? Don't do battle reports, otherwise I jump at the chats. What do you do, Ed? Vorpal's saying, I suggest you dump the 40k players and get with the, Battletech players. Thing is, it's designed as a Nurgle board. It was inspired by Valheim. So I not only want it to be played with by 40k players, I actually want it to be played by someone who's got a Nurgle army. What I'd like to do is be there when they do the battle report, so that I can take some really nice sort of photos of it. Ooh, that's an idea. Shall we do a backdrop video for it? And I'll do a backdrop for it, for the photos. And I can do a little video on how to paint a swampy backdrop. Is that worth something doing? I think it'd look good for the videos. I'm just not sure whether you'd want it as a video. Now, I need to say, I'm not a painter. I know you guys think I'm Bob Ross's, alternative yin and yang other side. But that will be very much, I'm taking you along for the ride, not here's how to do it. Because I don't know how to do it. I'm going to figure it out as I go. But, swamp backdrop painting. I like that idea. Right. PewDiePie has a decent sized channel. Does he play 40k? Bill Making Stuff play 40k. He'd rather eat his cat. Right, okay. Ash would probably love to do it, but Ash is over in the States. I have an undead Vietnam zombie swamp in 50. That sounds cool. Ask my local Games Workshop store. I know the guys in Games Workshop, that sort of stuff. I would take it to Games Workshop, but the problem is, yeah, I'd have to take one piece out of it. Yeah. Oh, I've just thought of something really cheeky. Can you imagine if I booked a table at Warhammer World and then took my own terrain and table? Would you get thrown out for that? Plastic crackheads. Okay. Let me copy those. I don't know. I don't know if you get thrown out for that. That could be a giggle. Right, I've got a few names. We can chase those down. So that's my basic idea to sort of get it, marketing. And then I've got an idea to sort of get rid of the set and that sort of stuff that, you know, I want to get into. But we'll go into that once I've done that. Yeah, obviously we've got the projects after that. Yeah, and I've already decided that in April I've got two things that I want to achieve terrain-wise for the channel. I'm sort of setting myself goals. Yeah, the swamp stuff I set as a goal for March and getting a terrain video out every Tuesday. Yeah, now we've kept up with the regular Sunday nighters. Yeah, which I'm really pleased with. Yeah, we've been regular with those. Chuffed with that. I'm getting a regular terrain vid out every week now. Okay, I'm just not hitting the get it out on the Tuesday. What I really need to do is get a week ahead. Yeah, and that's what April is going to be about. Yeah, just getting me at least 1 week ahead. So when Tuesday comes, I've already got the video done, but also I'm also wrapping up the next week's video for the next Tuesday. Yeah, because I just need to get that sort of thing where I can regularly put out the terrain videos on Tuesdays now. I'm filming them. Yeah, so that's what April's going to be about. And for that, I've got two main focuses. One, I've got the display sort of shelf for my Imperial Guard that I want to finish, that we started. Yes, that's sitting on a shelf in the studio, so I want to get that done. Yeah, and then I've got a load of MDF kits from Drop Zone. Yeah, now there's some Gothic kits that are sort of, I think they're 10 mil. And what I want to do is, I don't want to do anything big. I've got an idea for a big project later in the year, but I just want to put some small scale stuff together, yeah, and have a play with it. Yeah, so that's my aim for April. And then in May, yeah, I'd like to get back into the Burma build and do some Burma build stuff. Right. What about Luke from Geek Gaming? Luke's retired, hasn't he? I mean, I know Geek Gaming's still going, but I don't think Luke's still producing content, which is a shame. But I spoke to him a few times prior to it. Do you know what I mean? And I think he just YouTube is a very lonely job. And I think he just wanted to go back out into the real world and sort of mix with people and stuff like that. Yeah. Obviously, you know, I think Luke just said on the channel what he said. Which I did catch a bit of the video. Yeah, but I had a bit of stuff going on in my life, so I haven't watched all of it, to be perfectly honest. Yeah. Shame you couldn't take your table to Salute. Do you know what, Martin? Yeah, what I would like to do is not this year, but next year I'd like to take the big Burma build to Salute, and I'd like to run a participation game on it, like a big participation game, like a big one. Yeah, I'd probably like to team up with Warlords and see if Aunt Evans from Fat Cats yeah, could sort of take it on. So get Warlord to secure the space, yeah, and then, you know, I don't think I want to use my models for it. I don't want them nicked, to be perfectly honest. I don't know if people would nick them, but it would break my heart. Sentinel's asking, will you finish the Isolation Reach project? Absolutely. That's one of the ideas that I want to dip into on May. Yeah, the reason I say that is because one of the lads on the Discord, and I'm not even looking at the Discord, you can tell Willow's not here. Sunday Natter, is it going? I hear music. People have got, I don't think Corb's after you. It's the same as last week. Probably you had an update. All right. There's quite a bit on the Discord I need to have a catch up with. Yeah. Yeah, in the pandemic, Isolation Reach. Now, I've got Isolation's Reach. Now, one of the guys on the Discord channel, yeah, one of the patrons, one of the clan members, he sent me a load of this stuff. He runs a channel and a company called Terrainiacs. Right, let me grab that and I'll do a link share. Unless one of my moderators can quickly find Terrainiacs, yeah, and just throw that up in the whatchamacallit. Yeah, I know he does a lot with, is it, oh, who's the YouTube crafter? Like it starts W. Witchlock, Warlock. Do you know, this is one of the real things I hate about the old mental health stuff. You know, one of the things I really still struggle with is recalling specific details. You know what I mean? I mean, the terrain stuff, you know, all the deep knowledge, that's all there. But when you're like the general people I've met and names of things, I still struggle with that. It really frustrates me. I'm getting better. Yeah, a lot better. Yeah. The videos don't include as many whatchamacallits and just pauses for like, I don't, Witchlock, that's the dude. Yeah, but I still struggle with that. The doc reckons it may be something to do with long COVID, which, you know, is one of those things where I don't know. It's just frustrating. Tabletop witchcraft. I think he's done with both. Right, let me find whatchamacallit. I'm on it. Right, we've got one question. Do you know what? I don't care. I'm still having a great time. Terrainiacs. Why does my keyboard keep reverting to whatchamacallit? To caps. Right, here's the dude. Right, that's Terrainiacs channel in the chat. Okay. He does loads of LED lighting stuff, but he does them off programmable, sort of chips. Yeah, like you connect to a USB and you can upload like a text file on. And this text file tells the LEDs the rate to flicker and that sort of stuff. Yeah, and so what I'm thinking is with the Isolation Reach project, I want to combine the LEDs with that project. So I want to get my head around the LEDs first before we dive into it. So Isolation Reach is most definitely coming back. It's there. Yeah, I've got all this stuff for it. Yeah, it's the next big project, to be perfectly honest, and it's going to take us into the summer. Yeah, once that's done, yeah, we're jumping on Dave's build, which is looking good. Yeah. So, yeah, Isolation's Reach is coming. Earthman Brick, I'm working on a collab project with David at Terrainiacs presently. He's an expert at miniature electronics. He really is. Now, I'm actually interested because I've got some stuff he might not have seen or he might not play with. Yeah, Cat's Castles. That's a good one. Tabletop Witchcraft is fantastic. So technical, engineering based. Nice counterpoint to the fly by the seat of the pants approach. So basically my opposite then, Cat. Yeah, what you call it? Yeah, he is good, and you know what I mean. There's some stuff with LED. You can get like light panels and cuttable light sheets. Back in the studio, what was his name? Kai, the engineer. Kai, the robot guy. He had some really cool LED light up stuff. So I want to have a word with David to see if we can sort of explore that and integrate that in as well. Yeah. And then I'm going to do the sort of 40k board, but I'm not sure if I do it 40k. I'm not sure if I do it so. What's my webcam? Have I got a virus on my computer? My lad downloaded something that someone's messy. Or are the gremlins just full at it tonight? David's working with another project, presently Nat One Videos, another great channel. I've never even heard of Nat One. Cat's Castle. Harry Potter type piece. Cat, you should get into the Discord. Post some pictures. Or go onto the Facebook. Post some pictures to your castles, mate. Right. Sunday night. So let's do check the Bible. One single question. Right. Andy is asking, what do you suggest I use to make decent vines or hanging moss? Right. For decent vines and hanging moss, the best solution I can give you for this is, you see, this is the issue. Floral moss tape, I think it's called. Let me have a look. Amazon. Right, that isn't exactly the stuff I'm after. Right, what's it called? Floral moss, not tape. Ribbon. And that's getting closer. Right. Okay, I'm going to need Cat because Cat's actually good at this stuff. Cat, yeah, there's some stuff that florists use, and it's basically like, it's like tape or a banding and a ribbon, but it's very, really open weave. Yeah, and it's got like a mossy effect on it. What do you call sort of ribbon that's open weave? Is there a name for it? Moss velvet. Netting? No. Right, we'll see what the chat comes up with, mate. But if you're looking to do it, go have a look at florist supplies and have a look at their wraps and ribbons and that sort of stuff. Floral bouquet, moss mesh, mesh. No, it's not that. It could be that it's just not on Amazon at the minute. Yeah, I used to have it saved. Ivy ribbon, perhaps. Oh yeah, go and have a look at like stuff like ivy ribbons. Yeah, you'll probably find it in there. But basically, you can get this sort of like, it's basically like a really open weave tape, and not sticky tape, just like a roll of tape. But it's got like sort of a moss effect, and you just cut it, put a bit of glue on. Yeah, can't say the only thing I can think of is floral tape, but it isn't mesh. I wonder if it's still in my stores. I want to find this, right. Right, here you go. It's in my stores list. I've got it saved. Decorative. What was it called? Damn. Just 1 second. Decorative stores. Decorative moss roll from Dunelm. Yeah, that's the stuff. Go and have a look at decorative moss roll or sage decorative moss roll. Yeah, you'll see instantly, yeah, what I'm trying to describe, and you'll see how you can very easily use that for for sort of building moss All right, Thomas saying at Terrain Shooter, like I wrote in my last message. Oh, sorry, dude. Yeah, search for 6 by 90 centimeters decorative moss roll green. That's from our Tom. Sorry, dude. I should have I should have checked the actual comments. Yeah. What about this stuff they use for spider webs at Halloween? You can use that. You can spray it green. Yeah. At the minute for my swamps, I've got polyfiber. You know, the teddy bear stuffing. I've brushed that straight. Yeah, and what I've done is I've given it a coating of a very dark drab green, and then I've hung it over my swamp trees for those sort of dangly stuff. So I can definitely see that working for some sort of like ivy effect as well. Getting old and needing glasses. Got glasses. Only a little magnification. Just a little, but I'm at the stage now where, you know, when you're playing games and you look at the rule book, yeah, I can't see the small writing. Yeah, font size 6 to 8 is a little bit too small for me. So, hello, fellow nerds. It is I, Lamel. Who's asking, have you ever used magnets with modular terrain? Tons of times. Yeah, here's my little trick for magnets, okay, and modular terrain. Oh, stretch, bro, stretch. The only time I use magnets with modular terrain is river sets, yeah, and just so they snap together. I don't usually use them for road pieces, yeah, because I generally don't have a problem with those sort of being pushed around, yeah. Also, my roads tend to be quite thin. But what I do is I have a technique, yeah, for making my pieces neat. Yeah, what I do is the actual foam that makes up the banks of my rivers, yeah, I cut them about 3-4 mils short, yes, over the actual edges of, like, say, the straight piece, so they don't actually meet, yeah. Then what I do is I get a blob of Daz clay, yeah, and I stick it at the ends and sort of roughly fill the gaps, yeah. Then I get something just smooth and straight, and I push it right up against the edge, yeah, and just smooth it, yeah. And what that does is it gives me a perfectly straight edge, okay. But To get really posh, if you glue magnets, those 3mm magnets, onto your pushy piece that you push in to the DAS clay, yeah? When you push it in to sort of square up your DAS on the end of your river section, it puts indents into the DAS clay, yeah? For your magnets. And then all you got to do is just make sure that on one side, say, on the left-hand bank, you always put a positive, and on the right-hand bank, you always put a negative. So it doesn't matter which way you turn the piece around, they always connect. Yeah, but with the little recesses, all you then have to do is just get a couple of 3mm, bang them in, yeah, with just a tiny spot of super glue. And it's so easy. So easy. So yeah, I do use the other time I use magnets for terrain, yeah, and it's not so much specifically modular terrain, it's more a case of making terrain modular for storage, is if I have things like particularly large trees, large antennas, roads with lamps on them, yeah, anything that's like, basically anything that sticks up a bit, yeah, and is relatively delicate, that either makes it a pain in the backside to store, or I know at some point gaming, me or one of my mates is going to catch it with our arm and it's going to break, yeah, I'll always put those on a magnetic base, yeah, and then magnetize them to the actual terrain piece. One, so they can be taken off easily for storage, but two, so that when you get that situation where they do get accidentally knocked in gaming, yeah, all that basically happens is the magnetized joint, yeah, fails. Okay, nothing actually breaks. So, oh, it's gone over, click, snap it, it snaps back. Hello, dude. We've been talking about you, David. David, does your stuff work with LED light, with the light sheets you can get? The powered sheets of light plastic that light up when you feed and power and you can cut shapes into. Let me know. And we need to have a chat. Yeah, I think this week I need to have my catch-up week because I've got a lot of people I need to catch up with. Right. I'm all over my place. Have we got any more questions? There's no more questions. Of course there isn't. We've got a good number of people watching. Yeah, stream health is looking good. Right, I just need to do, I don't want to miss anyone. If you're liking the show, folks, yeah, the links are down below. You know the drill. I'm all over the place this evening. Right, I'll do a quick check on PayPal. Oh, I just got home from Adepticon. Right, if that dude speaks about Adepticon again, I want a moderator to put him in a timeout. I've been avoiding Facebook. I missed Adepticon. I so wanted to go this year, but I can't get a visa. I can't get in. Because of the breakdown I had, yeah, that, involved the blue lights and that sort of stuff. I can't get a visa until so many months after, my last mental breakdown. Yeah, that resulted in me receiving inpatient treatment. So I can't go. Yeah. I can go next year, but I can't even apply for the visa until December. Yeah, and so on the Adepticon thing, I've been hiding off Facebook because I just so wanted to go this year, but I just can't get in the country. Yeah, but I can next year. So, I mean, I've got to say, the woman at the embassy, she was lovely. Yeah, when she explained everything and that sort of stuff. Yeah. And she explained how I can, you know what I mean, sort of get this done and that sort of stuff, and how I can, basically she's explained how I can apply for a very quick visa, when it comes round because of the sort of delays and this sort of stuff. So I've got everything I need to know, and I've got everything I need to supply them, and and it's all saved in a Google Doc file. Yeah, but I can't do anything about it until December, which breaks my heart. But I miss Adepticon. So I'll have to save up. At least you can do Salute. Yes, we do need to do Salute. I need to have a chat with Lee to see if he wants to come, if he wants to drive down. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Lee's car gets twice the miles per gallon mine does. So if Lee wants me to pay for the fuel, I'll happily pay for the fuel. Right. Just let me check. I don't want to make sure. I just want to make sure we're not missing anyone. Oh, I've had a. Oh, have we? Has someone? I don't think so. Right, let me just check. Oh yeah, sorry. From Marcus. Is there a message? No message, but thank you, buddy. Chip by chip, that's going towards that machine. Yeah, right down there is a little machine. Yeah. It doesn't quite support streaming. Yeah, I want to get it up to speed so it can go to the studio, and then our Thursday night shows, we can go back to sort of doing live streams and that sort of stuff from the studio. Yeah. And so I've got to get that updated. It needs a new graphics card. I need a couple of webcams and stuff like that. So that's what the linkies are for. If you like the show, the links are down below. Yeah, but thank you, buddy. Yeah. Yes, I will be at Salute. I am looking, I've committed for that. Gary's saying, what you call it? See you later, maybe next time. I miss you. I miss you too, dude. Pagan's saying, wait, they get access to your medical data. That's effed up. It's not that, what you call it. You have to, when you apply for a visa, you have to sort of say, hey, I've got no criminal record. Hey, I've got, I've not been involved in this and that sort of stuff. And unfortunately, yeah, when I had my breakdown, yeah, I tried to, I don't want to go into massive details, but I tried to do something silly, and the police had to stop me from doing something silly, and I was forcefully taken for inpatient treatment. And because it involved a police action, yeah, that, basically I ended up, you can't not ignore that, because if you lie on a visa application to get in, yeah, they ban you for like 10 years. So you just can't risk it. Yeah, and because I'm a YouTuber, I can't go in on a tourist visa, because technically going to Adepticon, I'm going to meet people and talk to people who are also I'm in business with or in the industry. So it counts as as actually a business trip, which means I need a business visa, which is a lot more involved and has a lot more questions. And if you lie on that, yeah, one, I could get literally to Chicago and they could just turn me out and throw me straight back down. And I know YouTubers that this has happened to. There's a Canadian one, yeah, who did it on when I went to Adepticon, yeah, and they banned him for 7 years, yeah, and he lives in Canada. He lives right by the border, and he's got friends in America and that sort of stuff, and he can no longer cross the Canadian border into America because he lied on a visa application. No wonder, David. Yeah, Kat, you need to get on the Discord. Could you come to the US as a reporter? Journalism's a bit iffy and that sort of stuff. I have to apply basically as a model maker. yeah, work with the industry. The only other thing that I could do, yeah, with regards to getting in on a visa application, is I could partner with one of the companies in the UK that are going over, and go over as their part team, and go in their sort of group visa application as well. But basically, I can get into the US because I haven't lied to the US. I haven't, yeah, I've just been refused entry based on the fact that, I had a bit of a serious mental breakdown, yeah, not long ago. Yeah, and clearly they don't want me in their country, and having another breakdown. And, although in my breakdown there was no risk to anyone but myself, they have to make sure that the people coming into the country aren't a risk to US citizens. And due to what happened with, my mental breakdown and that sort of stuff, technically I could be a risk. So they've just got these procedures. So I'm following everything, I'm doing everything right. And I will be going next year. That's my plan. Yeah, but it is breaking my heart. There, I didn't want to talk about Adepticon, and now I've had to. Yeah. I've got to sort out my accommodation in advance. Yeah. Because I need to make sure I've got accommodation and that sort of stuff well in advance. So I'm going to be a bit cheeky. Yeah. I know the people at Adepticon. I know I've got drunk with them at the staff party in the penthouse, yeah, of the guy who runs Adepticon, yeah, after Adepticon. So I'm just going to tell them, yeah, put me on the staff reservation, I'll book a room. So I've sorted my accommodation, yeah. I need to sort my taxi, because even though Kat told me to get a yellow cab taxi and that sort of stuff, I'm sure I was diddled. It cost me like $80 to do like 8 miles. So I need to sort my transport, because we're on a budget and that sort of stuff, but I want to go to Adepticon. Yeah. Hope we get some videos from Salute. I've been thinking about the Salute video, and I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not sure I'm going to do my full walk around talking tour. Yeah. And the reason for that is quite simple. Because of the old chest health and that sort of stuff. Yeah, I find talking for very long periods and that sort of stuff actually a little bit fatiguing and difficult. And so I think trying to do that sort of stuff. So my idea for Salute, and how this pans out depends on whether Lee comes with me. Yeah, because Lee's a photographer. Yeah, and he's got some really good photography kit. So what I plan on doing is sort of do a video tour of Salute, yeah, without talking, and just film the sort of tables. Yeah. Have Lee, sort of take photos as I do, sort of in trail, so I've got the photos. So I don't have to go all the way around Salute again taking the photos. Yeah. And then after I've done sort of pick a few tables, go back to those, do the talkies on those. So you will be getting a Salute video, but normally when I do my Salute video, it involves me, 1, doing an entire tour of Salute, 2, going around filming all the tables of Salute and talking about them, 3, going around and then photographing all the tables of Salute, and then going around the vendors and talking to people to get the extra stuff. And I'll be honest with you, that takes the entire day. Typically on a Salute day, I will walk somewhere between 9 and 11 miles on average around the convention centre. Yeah. And I normally only finish it by the end of the sort of day. Yeah. And with this Salute, 1, I've got my health. Yeah. I don't think I can do that. And if I attempt it, I feel that I won't be able to complete it on time. Yeah. The other side is I actually want to enjoy Salute. I'm trying to get back into the hobby and the gaming and enjoy all this. This is a road to recovery and we're doing well. Yeah. But, in all the times I've been to Salute, I've never actually been to Salute as a hobbyist. Yeah. In fact, in all the war game shows I've covered, I've only ever actually played one demo game, and that was just a quick kiddies game. Yeah, so I want to cut the sort of the length of how much I put effort into sort of the video of Salute, so I can actually go to Salute. Right, so yes, I am going to Salute. I won't, for money-wise, I think I'm going to be travelling down the morning after. I've checked the hotel and that sort of stuff, and it's just too expensive. No, all right, just very quickly. I could take Willow, that's for sure. Salute. Lee said, I'm coming, buddy, but I'm horrified at the prospect of driving into London. We always train it, but we can talk about it. I'm coming, it's in the diary. Lee, you've got nothing to worry about driving into London. Basically, where the convention centre is, you basically drive all the way down the motorway straight into London. Yeah. It goes literally, the road goes from a motorway to a dual carriageway. You reach a big roundabout at the end of the dual carriageway, and the convention parking, yeah, is like 200 yards up the right, up like a, you know, and it's like a upper road that's like a retail park, you know. So you've got the convention centre, the hotels, and then it's got its own little nice easy road. So with regards to driving, yeah, you're basically driving an entire motorway, then a bit of a large dual carriageway, and then there's a roundabout, and then you drive into the parking, which is underneath the convention centre or next door to the entrance to the convention centre. Yeah, so don't worry about driving or the stress of driving into London, mate. There's places in Stoke that are harder to get. If you can handle the roundabout with the incinerator in Stoke, we've got it covered. Okay. Right. Okay, I'm convinced, but can we travel the day before? I'm not a morning person. Ooh. Right. Oh, that's not in the budget. Are you good at covering your accommodation costs? Or is there someone local who could put me and Lee up for the night? I'll get you into Salute on a press pass. You can come with us. We'll drop you off back at your house on the way back. I thought Salute was in Spain. No, Salute's at the Excel. Road trip, we're going to figure it. Yeah, but me and Lee are going to be at Salute. Yeah, we'll have to figure this. Yeah. I haven't got the budget to sort of hotel it, to be perfectly honest. How much does it cost us? Hey, James, how are you doing? James lives close. Hi, James. Right, James, you are in no way committed to putting me and Lee up. Yeah, before the trip. I'm not going to guilt trip you or anything like that. If needs be, yeah, we will hotel it. Yeah, and we'll just stay in the Hotel de Sin. Now, if you don't know, the Hotel de Sin, yeah, is there's a hotel next to the convention centre. Yeah, and all the traders come down on the Friday night before Salute and set up on the Friday. And they also, most of them pretty much stay in the hotel. So basically, the hotel is is basically on the Friday night, the hotel bar is basically the entire industry together in one room. It's great. It's absolutely great. Rusted saying with with Adepticon, that would be great, mate. What I'd actually like to do is, if I am going over to Adepticon, yeah, I'd like to actually extend my trip and do a bit of a road trip as well. Yeah, but we'll talk about this in the fall. Yeah, so I'd actually like to spend a bit of time with you, a day or two if we can, Rusted. I'm not asking you to host me for the whole road trip or extended stay or anything like that. But I had a great time with you last time, buddy, but I was too busy being the terrain tutor at Adepticon to really spend time with you and Bill and that sort of stuff. So I'd like to spend some actual quality time with you. You know what I mean? Even if it's just a day or two going around your local store and gaming at your local club, that sort of stuff. Yeah? But we'll talk about that. Right, Adepticon salute. There's something else I wanted to talk about. Oh, yeah, I've got some gossip. Get this. Okay, right, guys. All of you know that I'm big into Valheim. Yeah. If you don't know, Valheim is like Viking Minecraft. Yeah, I really like it. It's a great little adventure game. Yeah, on the PC. But it's got a major crafting element, which obviously it appeals to me. Now, for a long time, I've been sort of playing it and sort of playing it solo. First of all, welcome aboard, buddy. First time here. Say hi, chat. Yeah. And I've been playing it solo and occasional games with Corbin and that sort of stuff. But I've been wanting, but it's really designed for co-op play. But I've really been struggling to sort of find a group to sort of play with. You know what I mean? And I don't want to spend massive amount of times. Yeah, I just want, like, say, what I was looking at is like perhaps an evening a week or an evening every other week. And so I put an appeal out on Facebook and I started chatting to a few people. And what's happened is, yeah, we've ended up with a game, it's very small, yeah, gaming group. But it's full of like industry folk, yeah, and it's exclusive to industry folk, yeah. So one of the guys is a games designer that's worked on quite a few of the biggest games in our industry. Another one of the guys works for a very prominent media company and is very well known across the industry. Yeah. A couple of other, you know, and we've got a few more guys interested. Yeah. But basically, yeah, I've got like an online gaming session with like a load of game designers. And I have no idea what that's going to be like. Do you know what I mean? Because that's shenanigans. Now, technically, it's our first game this Tuesday as a group. Okay, one of the people will be a bit knackered because that's when they're flying back from Adepticon. Yeah, and it's going to be a bit interesting. But I will be bringing you little updates and gossip from that. Yeah, but I'm really excited about it. I know it sounds silly. Yeah, but I am actually really excited about that. Yeah, it's only like, I think it'll be like 3-4 hours every other week. And that's our only sort of commitment to it. But it sounds like, you know, it could be a real blast. Mel, are you saying you feel like a little fish in a big pond playing games with orcas? No, I don't actually feel like that. I don't want to sound like big-headed or anything like that, but I'm used to being the terrain tutor. You know what I mean? So I don't feel like a little fish when I'm dealing with industry folks because they know me, I know them. You know what I mean? They know my background, that sort of stuff, and I can feel relaxed with them. So it's not that, yeah. It's just the idea that I know that games developers, okay, and people who work in the industry, they don't play games like normal people. You know, they've got a different level of insight when it comes to games. And I've experienced this, playing games with them occasionally and that sort of stuff and talking about games. And they have a different way of looking at games. So I do, yeah. I mean, my love from Valheim, yeah, comes from not the so I do love the sort of gameplay and the Viking side of it, But it's the building and the crafting side and the fact that I can build communities and I can use it and I can change the landscape and this sort of stuff. So for me, when I play Valheim, yeah, the game is very much, I play the game, but I kilt it, yeah, to take in the terrain element a lot more than a normal player would. And I know games developers do, because I'm, that's my thing in the war games industry. And I know games developers, they do a similar thing when they game different games. They use it to explore things and that sort of stuff. So what I'm wondering, yeah, is as a group, how will that affect a co-op gameplay? Do you know what I mean? I'm really curious about it. I mean, one of the guys is a very prominent on-screen person, yeah, on a media channel that, is as large as me, yeah, and gets a lot more views. So, and he's very much about creating entertainment. So, how is that going to kilter our adventures? Real Met Druid says some of the best games I've ever played were games designers. Yeah. Now you see, the reason being is because these people have dedicated their lives, yeah, or their careers, is about developing good games for people to enjoy. So they're the best people to play with. So this is what I mean. Yeah. What could this be like? It could be an epic adventure. Well, there could be all sorts of shenanigans. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm really looking forward to it. I'm so stoked. And I will have a chat with them. I don't want to make it content for the channel. Yeah. But I will have a chat with them once it's rolling and that sort of stuff. And, if it is good, I'd love to, film, 5 minutes, just, put that out. Oh, my throat's getting sore. Sorry, guys. I've been talking flat out straight non-stop for over an hour. No wonder. Right. The gaming community and the industry peeps in Nottingham are a really cool bunch. Yeah, I know. Hopefully we can get a few more people in here. You can take a total of 10 people in the Valheim server. And I'd love to have, a Valheim world that's purely for industry folk, and not for content, just every other week we all get together, and we have some sort of shenanigans. I'd love that. Right, next project for Mal, a Valheim table for use with D&D, Mordheim or Warhammer World. Already have, mate. That's what the swamp board is. Let me show you something. Bone mass summon. There you go. Very quickly, let me flip over to the Facebook screen. Here you are, Mart. This is the game. This is the swamp in in Valheim. Do you see anything familiar, dude? So yeah, I already have done a Valheim board. That's what the swamp board was, mate. Right, let me have a look at things, because I'm all over the place. We had a brilliant chat. Google Keep, YouTube streaming. Streaming's looking good. Right. All right, Sam's saying, after seeing the new AOS 4th edition trailer, I've been a massive Skaven fan. I want to try and create some erupted earth and wondered how you create long, thick, very pointy rocks. Slivers of HD foam, mate. Yeah, for long, pointy rocks. There is, I've got a video for that in the Hills, Rocks and Cliffs playlist, I believe. Yeah, but if you go into there, you will find a video on making rocky spires and that sort of stuff. Yeah, so go check that out. Right, one very quickly check our PayPal. Yeah, make sure I'm not missing anyone. If you've enjoyed the show, the links are down below. If you want to help get that PC up to streaming, yeah, that's great. The links are down below. Let me just check we're not missing people. I don't think we're missing anyone else, but I do need to check. Mark, you play Valheim? Weird. Just let me log in. Right, no, we're good. Mark, message me after the show, dude. Message me direct. If you want in on this server, I can arrange that. Right, people are talking about Texas and that sort of stuff. Mel, you should set up a Valheim gaming channel on your Discord. I don't want to sort of make Valheim anything sort of to do with the actual terrain shooter. Yeah, or do gaming videos. Yeah. We've been good enough to get in a position where I can get back to doing what I love doing and what you love me doing, and we're getting there. Yeah. It's not perfect, but the live shows are regular. Yeah, the terrain videos are coming out. We've got ideas. The channel's growing. I'm not taking the mick, but I do enjoy Valheim personally. Yeah, so, there is a little bit of a link over to talk about, but I don't want to make Valheim anything to do with like work or commitment for the channel or for the users, because I want to focus on what I want to focus on. And with that, Mel's got some video editing to do before he can go to bed tonight. And that's my way of saying I think we've had a good one, folks. Yeah, it's good to see some old names in the chat. It's good we've had good numbers. Yeah, I hope you found the show informative, enjoyable. Yeah. There will be a terrain video out either Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah, but we have got a video coming out this week. Yeah, I should be back on Thursday. Yeah, Willow's show last week was really good at school. Sorry I couldn't do the live show. Yeah, but I will, fingers crossed, I will be back up this Thursday for that live show. But if I don't catch you on that Thursday, I will definitely be back, next Sunday. But keep your eyes out for next week's terrain video. In the meantime, the link to Discord is down below. Make sure you join the gang in there and we'll get chatting. Yeah, Joshua made it at the end. Shame. But at least you're here, buddy. Yeah, and Gary's already started. Let's close it off with what you need, I know. Look, 10 taps, 4 for the hell, 1 for the space, 4 for the yeah. Put a smile on my face, yeah? All the best.